Ladies and gentlemen, what happened to Anthony Bennett? Now that's a question that many basketball fans have in their minds at one point or another. What truly happened to one of the biggest busts in NBA history, Anthony Bennett? Well, today, I have the answers to your questions. Anthony Harris Bennett was born on March 14, 1993 in Toronto, Canada. Anthony's story begins when he started playing basketball as a freshman in high school, playing for Harold M. Braithwaite Secondary School located in Brampton. At the age of 16, Anthony relocated to Beckley, West Virginia to play basketball for Mountain State Academy, and after the school closed a year later, he moved to Henderson, Nevada to play for Basketball Preparatory Academy, Findlay Prep, where Anthony would average 14.5 points and 7.7 rebounds a game. And Anthony was also considered as a 5-star recruit across all recruiting websites like ESPN, 24/7 Sports, and Rivals.com. And Anthony was also a McDonald's All-American, and he was the number 1 forward, and he was the number 7 player overall in the high school class of 2012 according to ESPN, Scout.com, and Rivals.com. Anthony had offers from Oregon and UNLV, but Anthony would actually decide to play college basketball for UNLV, aka the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. During the 2012-13 season, Anthony would play a total of 35 games while mostly starting at power forward, but Anthony would occasionally play small forward, as Anthony would average 16.1 points and 8.1 rebounds a game, despite only averaging 27.1 minutes a game due to injury. And Anthony shot 53.3% from the field and 37.5% from downtown. And Anthony shot the ball pretty efficiently in college, as he had an average PER of 28.3. And halfway through the season, sadly, Anthony was plagued with a shoulder injury, and his minutes were cut to allow him to rest, and he even came off the bench in just a few games. And after making it to the NCAA tournament, UNLV lost in the second round to California. In April 2013, Anthony would declare for the NBA draft, foregoing his final 3 years of college eligibility. In May of 2013, Anthony underwent elective surgery for sleep apnea and asthma. And as we all know, Anthony Bennett was selected first overall by the Cleveland Cavaliers in the 2013 NBA draft. And this selection would actually make Anthony the first ever Canadian player to be selected first overall in NBA draft history. On August 20, 2013, Mr. Bennett here would sign a 2-year $10.9 million rookie scale contract with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Then on January 28, 2014, he would record 15 points and 8 rebounds in a loss to the New Orleans Pelicans. Then, on February 11, 2014, he would record his first ever career double-double with 19 points and 10 rebounds in a win over the Sacramento Kings. But for the 2013-14 season, Anthony's rookie season, he would only play a total of 52 games while averaging an atrocious 4.2 points per game along with 3 rebounds in just 13 minutes per game. And after producing multiple mediocre performances to begin his rookie season, he was ranked as one of the worst first overall picks in recent memory. In July of 2014, he would join the Cavaliers for the 2014 NBA Summer League, where he would average 13 points a game in just 4 games. On August 23, 2014, Anthony Bennett was traded to the Minnesota Timberwolves in a 3-team trade that involved the Cavaliers and the Philadelphia 76ers. On November 21, 2014, he scored a career high of 20 points in a loss to the San Antonio Spurs. Then on February 21, 2015, he was ruled out for 2 weeks due to an injured right ankle, and he sustained the day before he went against the Suns. Then, after he recovered from the injury, Mr. Anthony Bennett here only appeared in 4 more games to finish the 2014-15 season. And in 57 games and 3 starts for the Timberwolves, he averaged a career high of 5.2 points, 3.8 rebounds in 15.7 minutes per game. Wow, that's just terrible. Then on September 23, 2015, no surprise here, Mr. Bennett here was waived by the Timberwolves via a contract buyout. Then on September 28, 2015, Anthony Bennett signed a one-year veterans minimum deal with his hometown Toronto Raptors, and he actually made his debut with them on October 30, recording just 3 rebounds and 1 steal in a win over the Boston Celtics. Then on December 20, Anthony himself personally requested that the team send him down to their G League affiliate, the Raptors 905. Then, Anthony would go on to play for the Raptors 905 in their game against the Delaware 87ers, the G League affiliate of the Philadelphia 76ers. Then, he would only record 13 points and 4 rebounds in a winning effort. Then, Anthony would return to Toronto later that night for their game against the Sacramento Kings. Then, Anthony later received 3 more assignments to the Raptors 905. Then, on March 1, 2016, no surprise here, he was waived by the Raptors. And Anthony's love for the game was questioned during his tenure in Toronto, and the organization grew increasingly frustrated with his inability to grasp the cutthroat world of the NBA despite their attempts to work with him. On July 14, 2016, Mr. Anthony Bennett here only signed a 2-year, $2.1 million contract with the Brooklyn Nets. Then he actually made his debut for the Nets in their 3rd game of the season on October 29, scoring just 9 points in 18 minutes of action off the bench in a loss to the Milwaukee Bucks. Then on November 18, he scored a season high of 12 points in a loss to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Then on November 27, he was assigned to Brooklyn's G League affiliate, the Long Island Nets. Then he was recalled by Brooklyn prior to their game later that night. Then he was reassigned to Long Island the very next day on November 28. And then he was recalled the next day. Then on December 3, he would actually make his first ever start of the season, but he only scored 7 points in a career high of 14 rebounds and a loss to the Milwaukee Bucks. After another atrocious season, no surprise here, for the 3rd time in his career, on January 9, 2017, he was waived by the Brooklyn Nets, making him a free agent yet again. Then on January 13, 2017, Anthony Bennett signed with the EuroLeague Turkish giant Fenerbahce of the Turkish Basketball Super League on a 1+1 contract. In 10 EuroLeague games, he averaged an atrocious 1.2 points per game. Literally, you heard that correctly, 1.2 points per game. Now that is just terrible. Then Fenerbahce went on to win their first ever EuroLeague title in 2017, beating out Olympiacos in the championship game. So basically what you're hearing is Anthony Bennett got carried to a EuroLeague title. And of course, on May 25, 2017, we are not new to this discussion, ladies and gentlemen. He was released yet again by Fenerbahce this time. Then on September 22, 2017, he signed with the Phoenix Suns. Then on October 11, 2017, Mr. Bennett here would be waived yet again. But later that month, he joined their G League affiliate, the Northern Arizona Suns of the NBA G League. Then, on December 28, 2017, he was traded to the Maine Red Claws, now called the Maine Celtics, the G League affiliate of the Boston Celtics, alongside a 3rd round pick for the player rights of Wesley Saunders and a 2nd round pick. Then, in October 2018, he was traded to the Agua Caliente Clippers in exchange for James Michael McAdoo, if y'all are familiar with him in Golden State, but I think James Michael McAdoo is now playing in Japan, and a 3rd round pick. Then, on July 12, 2019, he signed a 1-year, $1.7 million deal with the Houston Rockets. But however, yet again, for I don't know how many times at this point, he was released on October 9 after undergoing arthroscopic knee surgery. Then in May 2021, Anthony Bennett would go overseas yet again, this time in Puerto Rico, for Cajeros de Satorce of the Puerto Rican Baloncesto Superior de Nacional. Then on July 7, the club announced that they had terminated his contract to make room for Dante Cunningham. Then on August 25, 2021, Anthony Bennett again would go overseas, this time to play with Hapoel Jerusalem of the Israeli Basketball Premier League and a member of the Basketball Champions League. Then on October 5, Bennett would actually make his debut, logging a team high of 22 points, 8 rebounds, and 1 assist in 23 minutes of action. Then, on October 10, it was announced that Bennett's contract yet again, but this time, would be extended until the end of the season, contrary to the previous rumors that he was actually leaving the team. But on January 2, 2022, the rumors were true, as Anthony yet again, for how many times now, was waived and released. And in 8 games, Anthony would average 6.3 points and 3.3 rebounds in 13 minutes per game. Then on February 9, 2022, Anthony Bennett would become an import as he joined the Kaohsiung Steelers of the Taiwanese P-League Plus. And this deal actually made him the highest drafted player from the NBA to play professionally in Taiwan. Then Anthony actually had great averages of 25 points, 1.8 assists, and 14 rebounds. And on August 19, 2022, recently he returned to the P-League Plus as he would sign with the Hsinchu Jayco Liners for the 2022-2023 season. And honestly, I don't see Anthony Bennett coming back to the NBA, and most especially Europe, because teams require him to be unselfish and motivated. But Anthony can actually dominate the Asian game as an import because he can use his very short NBA experience to massacre his opponents. And as an import, Anthony is going to have the ball in his hands. And a scoring import is in very high demand, most especially here in Asia. So I am fully expecting him to play the rest of his career in Asia. And I honestly won't be surprised if he plays in the PBA soon. So I hope you ladies and gentlemen enjoyed today's video about Anthony Bennett, and make sure to hit the like button and make it turn blue to show me that you enjoyed today's video. So smash that like button and hit that amazing red subscribe button to join this amazing, growing basketball family, as there are new basketball videos that are out on this channel every single Friday, so I do not want y'all to miss it. So click the bell. God bless, stay safe, enjoy your weekend with your family while watching basketball wherever you are, and I shall see you all next week. Take it easy, God bless, goodbye.